Good morning. Today we will discuss regarding measurement of acceleration and the instrument that is used to measurement of acceleration is called a accelerometer. Now regarding the theory of vibrometers and accelerometers, the acceleration can be derived from either displacement and velocity. Therefore, there are two ways of measurement of acceleration. First is measuring either displacement or velocity and then taking their derivatives to obtain the value of acceleration. In this method, the acceleration is measured indirectly. And second method, the measuring the acceleration directly. So you can measure the acceleration directly as well as indirectly. Therefore, the instrument that are used for measurement are classified into two categories. First is vibrometers and second accelerometers. So regarding vibrometers, the term vibration pickup or the vibrometer is currently used for detector transducers yielding an output, usually a voltage. So output it is in the form of voltage. The voltage is proportional to either displacement or velocity. The displacement or velocity are usually determined through the use of secondary transducers. For example, the displacement is measured by using either resistance potentiometers or LVDTs, while the velocity is sensed by variable reluctance transducers. Thus, vibrometers measure the acceleration indirectly. Now we will move on the accelerometers. An accelerometer is an electromechanical device that measures proper acceleration forces. These forces may be static, like the constant force of gravity pulling at your feet, or they could be dynamic, caused by moving and vibrating the accelerometer. The term accelerometer is applied to those pickups whose outputs are a function of acceleration. Although there is a basic difference in design and application between vibration pickups and acceleration pickups. But the accelerometers are used for measurement of acceleration whether directly or indirectly. How it works? So, in most of the cases, working of an accelerometer is based on voltage generation. So, voltage it is generated and it is measured, and its further calculations which leads to the determination of acceleration, where as some other involve the measurement of displacement of the mass. So that is regarding the working of the accelerometer. So another definition of the accelerometer, it is an electromechanical device used to measure acceleration forces. It may be static or it may be the dynamic. So acceleration is the measurement of the change in velocity or speed divided by time. Now we will see the types of accelerometers. So first type, it is a strain gauge accelerometer. So we will see the diagram. So there is a cantilever beam. At the end of cantilever beam, the mass is attached. There is a damping fluid that is placed in a container or in a housing, and the strain gauges that are mounted on a top and bottom of the cantilever beam. So this is strain gauge accelerometer. So basic principle of strain gauge accelerometer: when a cantilever beam attached with a mass at its free end is subjected to vibrations, vibrational displacement of the mass takes place. Depending on the displacement of the mass, the beam deflects and the beam is strained. The resulting strain is proportional to the vibration displacement of the mass and hence the vibration or acceleration being measured when it is calibrated. So this is a basic principle of the strain gauge accelerometer. Now the electrical strain gauges may also be used for a displacement. Regarding the construction, a seismic mass is mounted on a cantilever beam. A strain gauge is mounted on each side of the cantilever beam in order to sense the strain in the beam resulting from vibrational displacement of the mass. Damping is provided by the completely filling the housing with a viscous fluid. So housing, it is completely filled with the viscous fluid in order to provide the damping. The output of strain gauges is connected to an appropriate Wheatstone bridge circuit for measurement of the strain. So the strain gauge, it is connected to the Wheatstone bridge circuit. Output of bridge circuit indicates the relative displacement of the mass with respect to the housing frame. The natural frequencies of systems using strain gauges are comparable to those systems which use LVDTs. Therefore, low natural frequencies are obtained with these systems. This is on account of the fact that large lengths of cantilever beams are used in order to accommodate the strain gauges. The primary advantage of the strain gauge accelerometers over piezoelectric type are that they are more sensitive. So strain gauge accelerometers are more sensitive than the piezoelectric accelerometers. So you can see the operation of the strain gauge accelerometer. So the accelerometer, it is fitted on the structure whose acceleration is to be measured. Due to vibrational displacement of the mass occurs, causing the cantilever beam to be strained. Hence, the strain gauges mounted on a cantilever beam are also strained, and due to this, their resistance changes. Hence, a measure of this change in resistance of the strain gauge becomes a measure of the extent to which the cantilever beam it is strained. But the resulting strain of the cantilever beam is proportional to the vibration or acceleration, and hence a measure of the change in resistance of the strain gauges become the measure of vibration or acceleration. Now the leads of the strain gauges are connected to Wheatstone bridge, whose output is calibrated in terms of vibration or acceleration. Now the second type of accelerometer is piezoelectric accelerometer. Now the principle that is used in a piezoelectric accelerometer is the force exerted on the material, so that tends to electrostatic voltage generated by the piezoelectric material. So when the force it is applied on a piezoelectric material, there will be the generation of the voltage, and that voltage that can be measured. So that principle that is used in a piezoelectric accelerometer. So you can see the diagram of piezoelectric accelerometer. So there is a housing, there is a mass. At the bottom of the mass, there is a piezoelectric crystal is mounted, and there is at the top there is a spring. Now regarding piezoelectric accelerometer, it is an accelerometer that employs the piezoelectric effect of certain materials to measure dynamic changes in mechanical variables, for example, acceleration, vibration, and mechanical shock. As with all accelerometer, piezoelectric accelerometers converts one form of energy into another and provide an electrical signal in response to a quantity, property, or condition that is being measured. A piezoelectric material is one in which An electrical or electric potential appears across certain surfaces of a crystal if the dimensions of the crystals are changed by the application of mechanical force. So when mechanical stress or forces are applied to some materials along certain planes, they produce electric voltage. So this electric voltage can be measured easily by the voltage measuring instruments, which can be used to measure the stress or force. This potential is produced by the displacement of charges. The piezoelectric effect can be made to respond to cause mechanical deformations of the material in many different modes. The modes can be thickness expansion, transverse expansion, thickness shear, and phase shear. A piezoelectric element used for converting mechanical motion to electrical signals may be thought as charge generator and a capacitor. So mechanical deformation generates a charge, and this charge appears as a voltage across the electrodes. A piezoelectric crystal is spring loaded with seismic mass in contact with the crystal. So there is a seismic mass, and below the seismic mass there is a piezoelectric crystal, it is mounted. When subjected to an acceleration, the seismic mass stresses the crystal to a force F equal to m into A, resulting in a voltage generated across the crystal. So due to force applied, the voltage that will be generated by the piezoelectric crystal, the force generates an output voltage which is proportional to the acceleration. So that output voltage that can be measured, and that will be proportional to the acceleration, so that we can measure the acceleration. Now the physical quantities like stress and force cannot be measured directly. In such cases, the material exhibiting piezoelectric accelerometer can be used. Now the voltage output obtained from the materials due to piezoelectric effect is very small, and it has high impedance. To measure the output, some amplifiers, auxiliary circuit, and the connecting cables are required. So materials used for piezoelectric accelerometer. So there are various materials that exhibit piezoelectric effect as mentioned above. The materials used for measurement purpose should possess desirable properties like stability, high output, insensitive to the extreme temperature and humidity, and ability to be formed or machined into any shape. But none of the materials exhibiting piezoelectric effect possesses all the properties. So quartz, which is a natural crystal, is highly stable, but the output obtained from it is very small. So it also offers the advantage of measuring very slowly varying parameter, as they have a low leakage when they are used with high input impedance amplifiers. Now we will see some features of piezoelectric accelerometer. The instrument is quite small in size and has a small weight. The natural frequency is very high. Therefore, the accelerometer is useful for high frequency applications. They can be used for any vibration or shock applications. Third is, the crystal is a source with a high output impedance, and in order to avoid loading effect, the voltage monitoring source of a high input impedance should be used. These accelerometers are useful for high input frequencies, and their response is poor at low frequencies. Therefore, they should not be used for applications where the input frequency is lower than 10 Hz. Some advantages: high frequency response. They offer very high frequency response. That means the parameter changing at very high speeds can be sensed easily. That is called the high frequency response. Second is high transient response. The piezoelectric accelerometer can be detect the events of microseconds and also give the linear output. Third is high output. They offer high output that can be measured in the electronic circuit. And fourth is it is very small in size and have rugged construction. Then disadvantage of the piezoelectric accelerometers. So output it is low. The output obtained from the piezoelectric accelerometer it is low. So external electronic circuit has to be connected. Second is high impedance. The piezoelectric crystals have high impedance so that they have to be connected to the amplifier and auxiliary circuit, which have the potential to cause errors in measurement. To reduce these errors, amplifiers, high input impedance, and long cables should be used. And third limitation is forming into shape. So it is very difficult to give the desired shape to the crystals with sufficient strength. So that is a very important disadvantage of the crystal. Then applications of piezoelectric accelerometer. So it is useful for dynamic measurements, that is the parameters that are changing at the fast rate. This is because the potential developed under static conditions is not held by the instrument. Thus, piezoelectric crystals are primarily used for measurement of quantities like surface roughness and also in accelerometers and vibration pickups. They can be used for studying high speed phenomenon like explosions and blast waves. Then many times the piezoelectric sensors or accelerometers are used along the strain gauges for measurement of force, stress and vibrations. The automotive companies use piezoelectric accelerometer to detect the detonations in the engine blocks. And last is piezoelectric accelerometers are used in medical treatment, sound chemistry and industrial processing equipments for monitoring the power. So this is regarding the measurement of acceleration. We have studied the accelerometers, two types of accelerometers. First it is a strain gauge accelerometer and second it is a piezoelectric accelerometers. Thank you.